When pressed as to why, Ari was the only one who was brave enough to stand up and say, well, I know for a fact that the chief told us to get in contact with you. And this was a rumor. Then I'm finding out the day before we have the call, because Ari told me this privately. So when we put it on the recording, which everybody has seen, none of you Nuwaupians had anything to say. Whether is that true or not? Yes, it is true, because I got this confirmed from Consul Ari. So once he told me that, that meant you guys knew this, didn't contact me. We've been putting videos up for years, and you didn't listen to your master teacher. So all of you Nuwaupians, that includes Victoria, Mary, I don't give a damn. You all deserve to get your asses scorched, because you knew, and you guys did what they call concealed what you knew to be true. That's why you're in the situation you're in now.
Yeah, she said, because it skipped there, but she said things have sped up in the past 8 or 9 months.
Oh, I'll back it up.
And we met on the phone with them 8 months ago.
I will back it up.
Over these past, I will say, 8 or 9 months, has hired the chosen people to defend him.
And the chosen people mean Victoria. Victoria, are you going to tell the Nuwaupians if their contract with Social Security Administration, driver's license, birth registration means that they have black on it? Are you going to tell them that because they have it on the contract, that means they're a slave? Are you going to tell them they have no standing at law? Or are you going to still sit there and keep your mouth quiet because you got the Esquire, position from the bar in London?
Care for him to make sure things are moving forward and right. Things have progressed over these past, I will say, 8 or 9 months, much faster, much further than this whole 15 years.
And that's because, again, the UNNM met with us. And then what happened? Because you all won't tell the people who don't know, after you had the meeting with us, and possibly the same shadow hour we had the meeting, you took your website down so nobody could see Desua's face, they couldn't see Aries, they couldn't see the rest of those guys that was with you. You took your website down. When I did our weekly address, which we do privately now, and I went to show everyone, yeah, here's their website, you took it down. But you're trying to tell us you met with the government of China, you met with all these different governments? Yeah, right. Continuing on, we're at the 13-minute mark now.
Being pushed for our master teacher, as it has been done by Victoria and Mario. I don't know what else to say, but thank you for even coming in our midst to be here for our master teacher and to push as hard as they push, on top of them being family. That is of the utmost importance. It's family.
And we know what family means, servants of a household. And it is not the household of the Most High, I can tell you that right now.
Him saying that the letters that we sent to him, the letters of love that we sent to him, and how he laid that on his bed, and he laid on top of it, and it healed him, tells you something about our power. Those were just letters. What do you think would happen if we would come together?
So now I thought you all said that if he needs a medical transfer, now you're saying here he got healed. And then when about 2003 or 2004, there was a letter that he said that Curl, Alomar, and Saad came and visited him while he was in jail and healed him of his angioedema. So now which is it? Is he healed, sick again, got healed again with letters, and sick again? You Nuwaupians got to make your mind up. There's too much contradictions going on. Now we're up to the 14:55 mark. This is Victoria.
Give you an update on the
Let's see. So will Victoria say black has no standing at law? We know she ain't going to do that, but I'm putting it in Facebook.
Mario laugh out loud and walk away.
I doubt that.
Like he did on Facebook.
That's why they're doing this, because I sent Victoria Broussard and said, you're an agent of Elizabeth de Harlot. Doesn't matter if you're family, I'm looking at your contract. So if you're not going to talk about the fact that he's not black, has no standing at law, y'all wasting our time. Will Victoria Broussard Esquire tell the Nuwaupians?
Great. I'm glad you can join us.
Black has no standing
Right. Well,
at law.
Well, the floor is open for you all.
Now this was from the 1455 mark where she introduced Victoria. We're at 1602 and they still haven't said nothing.
Let us have it.
They have nothing to say.
Oh, they can't hear her. Oh gosh. I'm telling you, energy and motion. Y'all begging the devil. That's what this is.
Now they're crying.
That's to move people. That's Christianity.
Are you there?
Notice, Sunday,
You sound kind of low.
not on the Sabbath.
Can you hear me? Barely.
Let's skip to the 17-16-minute mark.
Cannot stress enough. This is about unity and love for God.
Oh my God!
No comment, because they're not gonna let nobody. You go ahead and comment. We're recording
Take
this.
your time.
So fake.
This has been a trying week for me. Every day is trying because we are the ones who get the letter from God. And He wants us to come together for Him.
You black people can't come together. That's what's up with you on Nuwaupians. You are in contract with the devil. Remember in the Hall of Knowledge you were told the devil has a file on each and every one of you. In your file it says you're black. Until you counterclaim that, you are still underneath their jurisdiction. And now this is pre-internet. We now have internet where you can change that and put that out there for public to rectify the whole situation, because the U.S. government apologized to African Americans for slavery, and none of you all are talking about that because you don't know law, you don't know commerce, and you don't want to know it, because that means you're going to have to be responsible. Let's see, we're at 1750. Okay, we're going to skip over to the 20-minute mark, because that's a bunch of sobbing and crying and silence and all this nonsense. Orient calendar.
Mario, are you there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
He's not saying that until he's pushed to say
He know.
something.
Listen, they
It's
told them to
like
check the phone numbers. They know I'm on this call. They know I'm on this call. The longer it takes, the more it proves my point of everything that I've said, everything that I've done. And it proves they're guilty. You're supposed to be fighting. You got to have something to say. Even if you're melancholy, listen, man, let's get into this. Now you holding back like you don't want to talk. But you was laughing on Wednesday when I posted and tagged Victoria Broussard on her law office Facebook page. Now all of a sudden, come Sunday, he ain't got nothing to say. Where are we at here? 20-minute mark. So now we go up to the 21-minute mark.
It'll make you laugh or make you cry.
Physically not in the best of health. His health is decreasing. Period.
Now you said the woman, whoever the host was, said what? That he laid on the letters and the letters healed him. Now his health is decreasing. Come on, y'all, which is it? Can you Nuwaupians make up your Woo Nuwaupians, Woo Nuwaupians? Can you guys make your minds up? Which is it? What we got? 22-minute mark.
That's not an option. It's now. It's never, never. It's not now or never. That's not an option. It's now. It's right now. So what are we going to do right now?
What you Nuwaupians need to do is an SF-181. The definition by the U.S. Department of Education, which includes your president, whoever that woman is, I know she gonna see this too, who you claim Trump as your president, says black is a person having origins in the original people, pardon me, black has origins in the black racial group, because I'm white, so that's why I go directly, my mind goes to white, it don't go to black. Black is a person having origins in the black racial groups of Africa. So let me show you all, so you don't accuse me of making up stuff. That's what's called right knowledge, Nuwaupians. Black, a person having origins in any of the black racial groups of Africa. Black or African American. When you look at white, the definition is a person having origins in any of the original peoples of Europe, the Middle East, or North Africa. So black is not a people, it's not a race, language, culture, it's nothing. Black equals slave. That is code word for slave. And so you could call yourself a Nuwaupian, but if your contract on their file says black, they're going to deal with you accordingly. So you don't have an alternative but to do that. Let's see, well, this is the 25-minute mark. Okay, so now we'll go back. Oh, just before we go back, right here, U.S. Department of Education. So you Nuwaupians, you're not dealing with facts. This is facts here. You have to change, you have to obey the definition that they're giving you, because they know you all will run and check this off without even thinking. Alright, so let's go back to the video. We're up to now the 25-minute mark.
And if we can't show him that by correcting our actions and deeds, then what does that do for us?
So we're correcting your actions, Nuwaupians, because you clearly can't do it. You already admitted that you all have failed. Therefore, you are incompetent. Period. Continuing on.
What does that do for him? What does that tell him? That tells him, oh, look, just follow back here. We don't need you. We think we got it all figured out. We just want to keep doing this we're doing. Like, we love this condition. We love this situation. Is that the case? We don't want to change?
That is the case.
Yeah.
You all don't want to change. That was proven when UNNM Embassy, through their consular area, requested the meeting with our government, and we met with you all, and when it came up, well, I said, what you all need to do, they asked, we're trying to get our master teacher out. I said, well, the first thing y'all gonna have to do is an SF-181, and I'll leave it at that. And if you can't do that or get beyond that, it's not talking about skin color. It's talking about commercial status, because you are in a commercial world, whether you want to accept that reality or not. Y'all got bookstores, you selling books, you're collecting fiat, yes, then you're in commerce, whether you want to admit it or not. That's the reality. So we gave that information to consular area, and we had that meeting with them, and it's clear. You Nuwaupians, as well as all the black people who don't see what's going on and want to start calling themselves indigenous and calling themselves white, you all want slavery. Why should any avatar come down here? This is your contract. It's a free will universe. You want to be slaves? Slaves you shall be. Continuing on, we're going to the 27-minute and 10-second mark.
And overcome this situation. I mean, it gave us all the information, the know-how, the mental power of addressing everything on the planet. What beliefs are we still being held back from?
You're being held back by the belief of Christianity, and you use the wrong word, Mario. You use the word belief. Lie Eve. To lie to Eve's children. You all are still under Kingu, ignorance, because you choose to be under ignorance. Where are we at here?
What is the hindrance?
There is no hindrance other than the fact you all don't like facts. You want religion. That's why you all are where you at. You all have failed. Period. You can't hide that. You failed. You admitted to that. That's a confession.
Where's the force that's stopping us? Other than our willpower, because we are either
This ain't no willpower. Y'all are scared of these Amorites. You all are scared. You all are in fear. And they can smell it on you all. So stop fronting.
Seasoning.
afraid, we have fear, we don't have the confidence, and we don't have the confidence because we don't have the right knowledge. And we don't have the right knowledge, we're not asking questions, we're not communicating with each other.
Okay, you just said you don't have the right knowledge. You say you're not asking questions and you don't communicate with each other. You just confessed you all are incompetent, period. This is all going to be in the Akashic record. 27.
We don't care about one another. What's stopping us from moving forward?
What's stopping you all from moving forward is somebody who's not part of your clique telling you what you all need to do, which means you're going to have to be a teacher and be a student rather, and take orders from a teacher or a master that you guys don't want to recognize, which doesn't matter because the answer is there. But because it's not coming from you all, where you all can control it, you reject it. That's why you all suffer. You don't see the bigger picture because your ego and you all have an agenda. Oh, there's been a clique around for years. So the clique, whether you want to call them Garubad, whether you call them Jinn, is there. And that's what their job is to do. Let's go to the 28-minute mark.
Now the time for us to drop all the nonsense and step forward and be who we claim that we are. What more is it going to take for us to have the jump start? It should have been when they kidnapped them. We should have seen right then and there, this is now the time for us to drop all the nonsense and step forward.
You have to do the SF-181, Wu Nuwaupians, Wu Nuwaupians. You don't have any other choice.
And be who we claim that we are. Children of the Most High.
Hey, children of the Most High? No, you're not. You're Lulu Amalu. You just admitted to that. Why would he stay around for Lulu Amalu?
Are we his children?
You all are doing what? Begging the devil for release of your master teacher if he's there. That's what you all are begging the devil, which is not what he taught.
Is this for his children? Is this a representation of his children? And
Yes, this is. Y'all ain't his children. That's why he left. Parents don't leave their children.
he's the father? Because we're the example of what he taught us.
No, you're not. You're an example of what happens when you don't listen to him. That's what you all are.
And he said that before.
Say it again.
He just admitted that before that they weren't following what he said.
And so
now,
did the host at the very beginning. We failed. We're not following our obligations. So therefore, that's called dishonor. So now that you have dishonored the one sent for you all from the universe, there's no need for him to stay. He could be dead in there, the body, as far as that is concerned, not the essence. The body could be in there dead. You all would not tell nobody. You would sit on that for 10 years before you would tell anybody. Because you know what happens after that? Ain't nobody going to listen to y'all.
And how can we do this? And if we're not, then he'll leave and say, oh, well, no, I thought those were my people. He made a report. I put out the report and his plea. I'm sorry, I put it out in the email. I didn't make that public.
Okay, see, I'm sorry. You see how he laughed? You heard that? Oh, I'm so sorry. I put out a report. I put out an email. I didn't make that public. So you're not trying to free him, Mario? Cut the crap.
We publish everything.
But it will be made public soon.
Yeah, it'll be made public soon. This is the same one saying, what are we going to do? We got to do something now. He just said now is the time. It'll be published soon. Y'all ain't trying to get him out, man. If he's there. If he's there.
He sent a report. His report. His plea. And so she said, you want to read that to them? I don't have it in front of me. For those who didn't get a chance to read it or hear it.
Sure, that's no problem.
You can, because I don't know what else. You know, if I'm asked something, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we need to do what we need to do right now.
Right.
Right? We need to do what we need to do right now, but you won't release the email. Here, everyone who's here, we'll send out the email right now in a mass email because they have an email list, but you won't send it out. That's game. That's flipping game. You ain't trying to get him out. Y'all can bawl your brains out and cry all the tears you all want. Your actions show you never wanted him out if he was in there.
And that's at the 29-minute mark. He was basically done. I don't have anything else to say unless I'm asked a question.
Where are we at here? I want to go to the 30...
You said she started speaking at about the 16-minute mark, so they were prepared to talk for about 15 minutes, and that's it.
Let's see here. I want to do 33.
To you all from outside of this one body. So things may change at times because they are from different times and worlds.
Hold on, let me back
Please
that up.
forgive me. Nuwaupians must understand more than just one alien is speaking to you all from outside of this one body. So things may change at times because they are from different times and worlds. Please forgive me. Nothing I do is enough for you all. For my divine love, emotional love, you all only doubt me and abuse me. Why? I answered all of you all's questions and have so much more for you all. But now I must depart. And yes, Malachi Z. Kobina York Akran, Isa El Hadi El Mahdi will be traveling with Yanun home. And no, I will not be returning. I dwelt with...
And I will not be returning. You just said at the beginning that you all failed. So he's not returning. According to what's being read here.
With you many years, teaching Wu Nuwaup the actual facts. What more can I do for you all? I gave you all my life. So now I will give you my death. I will give you all my death. I don't have any more tears. And remember, don't believe anyone, investigate. Trust only yourself, female, yourself, male.
Investigate you.
So, don't what? Believe anyone, investigate. So now, we don't believe nothing that any of you have to say. Mario, don't believe you. Whoever this woman is who won't give her name on this call, don't believe you. Victoria Broussard, don't believe you. You won't show your documents. You won't publish your documents. You'll go on Facebook, you'll go on YouTube, do change.org commercials and everything else, but you will not show no documentation. So therefore, we don't believe you. I can't speak for you all, but as far as Atsikata Nation of Yamasee Moors is concerned, we don't believe nothing you Nuwaupians say. Continuing on, that's it for part 1. I'm going to go to part 2 now.
And you had mentioned that Mario and Victoria wasn't saying the girl's name either.
No, they weren't. So part 2, let's see here. This is at the 60-second mark. Where are we at here? Oh yeah, this is where he says, what are we going to do?
To get him out of here, but the picture came back up.
I thought y'all said he just got healed.
Now the two things come from after his putting the pen down. He's either going to leave or he's going to get. He just said it. What we're going to do about it is the question.
Do your SF 181. This is the definition here of black, definition of white. You all are white and American Indian. You are not black. And here is the SF 181 form. And while that is coming up, we gave you all a gift. This is just to show how you all are. You don't care who it is. Someone that's assisting you, then you should accept their assistance. We have given you a gift. This is to the Nuwaupians from Atsikata Nation of Yamasee Moors. And our gift to you is every Tuesday, we have what's called our Indigenous Standing Process. And I'm going to read this here. This is from Saset Tauret at my permission. And she said, I said, yes, send it out to them. Abdur Kusha Yuapi Wasam Shilpa Timtata. Begin all things by first using the all. Greetings, Nuwaupians. I am a former Nuwaupian. It was revealed yesterday that for 15 years you have been fooled by those in power in your organization. They have not wanted you to give up their position. They have not wanted to give up their position to get Atumre out of jail if he ever was in there. You have, quote, missed all of the portals and vortex openings, end quote, while Chief Nanya Shabuel has ascended and become the plenipotentiary of Atlan in plain sight. He is fluent in and teaches the Yamasic language given to us by Atumre. He has commercial liens on the White House and the Vatican and has exported the U.S., Canada, and Mexico corporations into the middle of the Atlantic Ocean. All because he has studied commerce and contract law to beat the devil at his games. He's not asking, begging, or petitioning the devil for anything. He took it all by playing the devil's commercial games to win as a creditor and not a debtor. He is the only one verified by many that Atumre said, get with the brother Nanya Shabuel, and you all ignored and disobeyed Atumre. You don't see Chief Nanya Shabuel copyright trademark because you are stuck in a time warp, quote, waiting for Atumre, end quote. You don't see Chief Nanya Shabuel registered copyright trademark because he is white and vibrating on a frequency above black. You are in love with identifying as black chattel property citizens of the U.S./Vatican corporations. Quote, we have a new president, end quote, so that you can fit in and enjoy the slavery, sex, drugs, hypocrisy, and buffoonery in this illusionary matrix, like Lulu Amalu. You should be using your third eye to blaze this place on fire. Here is an opportunity for all Nuwaupians to not believe, but check it out. Maku Nubu Yuna Sagar, Chief Brown Eyes Hawk, for yourself every Tuesday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for free. You can question him and move forward to claim your indigenous standing through a process he created. Your best has been given and you have nothing to show for the past 15 years, according to the anonymous host on the call Sunday. You will all receive a link to the webinar. If you do not want to be on the webinar, email me a response to nicolenicholas90@gmail.com to get you taken off the list. Sa'aset Tauret, copyright trademark, head administration for Atsikata Nation of Yamasee Moors. Now this email was sent out on the December 5th, 2016. So that was yesterday. So looking at, I'm just checking my notes here because at this point I don't see the need. I know I went through and did a lot of this, and I don't feel the need to have to waste any more video time on them.
Someone else supported your claim we just discovered today on the Pope.
Oh yes, let's not forget that one. Let's see, where did we put that here? Let me check. Oh, right here. Okay, peace. And now this is on February 11th, 2016 at 1:56 p.m. I only found out about this when we were getting everything ready for this. There is a Yamasee chief by the name of Chief Nuwaupian who has a commercial lien on the White House, the Vatican, and the Queen of England. The USA have been thrown into the middle of the sea, the ocean, the Atlantic, all guilty of crimes against humanity and indigenous peoples of the world. Now this is a online. It's called the Event Chronicle. And so when we scroll down here back to the comments, you see the editor was given this, and the editor actually responded at 2:05 p.m. and stated, "Thank you. I'll look into it. And they are definitely guilty of crimes against indigenous peoples as well as humanity. I pray that their time is nearing the end." So as you see right here, the editor of this newspaper even knows. What do you Nuwaupians have to show for yourselves? Nothing. And you've admitted to that. So I'm going to just show two things before we close here. One is the open letter that I did to Pope Francis. Again, we're going to have all these put into the description box. And the next thing is our authorized representative, who's a member of our nation down on Renachqua, corporately called Keskeskek, misnomer New York City. This is Nuwaupian, and for those, New York City, the corporation, which is overlaid on Keskeskek Renachqua. He was down at the UN yesterday, and this was a seat reserved for UN, for member states, UN agencies, and CSOs, and Atsakata Nation of Yamasee Moors is a CSO. And this is one of the meeting rooms that he was in. And this is him taking a picture of himself because they have the camera there, and he's got his white on with his Idum Tarba. And there's our flag. So that UN and embassy, that's a bunch of crap. Why? You're not at the UN. We are. Nice picture of him there. And then there's another picture I have here. This is where Sa'set Taweret and Nuwaupian were at the Human Rights Summit they had last year on Renachqua Keskeskek, corporately called New York, the state of New York, New York City, which has been exported to the middle of the Atlantic Ocean along with Canada and Mexico. There she is with her translator headphone on. That's one of the, this woman actually is in charge. She's the one in charge of the prisons in, which country again was that?
Oh gosh.
Was it Ghana?
No, it's an African country.
Or Kenya?
I'll
Or Sierra Leone.
I'll put it in the comment section.
Yeah, I think it was Sierra Leone. And she's the head of the prisons out there, and you drove them around. Did you not escort them?
I did.
And you had a great time with them too.
I did. They wanted to be in the Harlem area and visit the famous restaurants out there. Yeah, her husband was a judge, locks them up, quote unquote, and she actually fights for the prisoners' rights if there's mistreatment.
Okay, and there you see Nuwaupian and Sa'set Taweret. This is at that same Human Rights Youth Council last year. That's in one of the meeting rooms. It's another picture. And there's Nuwaupian dressed. This is what it's about, y'all. We don't see you all at any of these functions. We don't see no UPR reports. We don't see no inputs. There's nothing. You don't present anything. Y'all are Negroes masquerading as Moors. So, Padnabab Yanun said, okay, you guys want to be slaves. I can't associate with y'all. Bye. And if I'm wrong, you all have to prove it, which we know you all can't because you admitted you failed. So, Trump, SF-181, Apostolic Letter, Atsakata Nation mentioned, this is who we are. So, we have, I'm going to put this last one up here because I want everybody to see it when we close out in the video, that they can see. This is a gift we have given to the Nuwaupians. So, obviously we care enough to take the time out to address this. This is not about hate. This is about dealing with some reality. And the reality of the situation is, you all have failed. You have nothing more why anyone should trust you. Now we can assist you in you all getting and claiming your indigenous standing, because again, if you all would have done it, that host, whoever she was, would not have said, oh, well, we have failed. So therefore, you might have the information that allows you to ascend to the next level, but you're still Negroes after how many years?
And she admitted that they're black. So every Nuwaupian has a responsibility to refute that, because she spoke for the group and said that black people can't come together economically, and she labeled every one of the Nuwaupians as black.
So, again, this is prima facie evidence. This is also going into the Akashic record. And again, you can email, because by the time this is up, maybe some of you might be able to see it, but if you do see it, you can send an email to NicoleNicholas90@gmail.com, and you all can enter into the indigenous standing process and change your commercial status from black to white. If you don't do that, you will accomplish absolutely